Today, we turn our attention to one of Canada's most closely monitored correctional facilities, Mission Institution in British Columbia. Classified as a medium to maximum security federal prison, this institution represents both the strength and the challenges of Canada's correctional system. Mission Institution, located in the province of British Columbia, stands as one of Canada's primary federal correctional facilities, designed to house individuals serving sentences under federal jurisdiction. As a federal institution, it specifically accommodates inmates who have been sentenced to 2 years or more, distinguishing it from provincial facilities, which typically manage shorter-term sentences. Its geographic location in Mission, British Columbia, situates it strategically near urban centres, while still providing a controlled and secure environment necessary for managing medium and maximum security inmates. The institution's placement reflects considerations of accessibility for staff, visitor access, and integration into the broader correctional infrastructure of the country. Constructed with a focus on security, Mission Institution incorporates multiple layers of safety and monitoring designed to prevent escapes and maintain control over a diverse inmate population. The facility's architecture and operational layout are tailored to manage medium and maximum security offenders, blending traditional cell blocks with secure movement corridors, perimeter fencing, and surveillance technologies. The design also facilitates segregation when necessary, allowing the institution to isolate high-risk individuals while maintaining order in general population units. These structural and operational features underscore its role as a critical node in Canada's federal correctional system. The institution is governed by the Correctional Service of Canada, the federal agency responsible for overseeing all federally sentenced inmates. This governance ensures that Mission Institution adheres to national standards regarding inmate management, rehabilitation, and security protocols. Policies implemented at the facility are consistent with the Correctional Service's mandate to balance public safety with offender reintegration. This federal oversight brings a degree of uniformity across facilities, ensuring that practices at Mission align with nationwide objectives for inmate care, correctional programming, and risk management. Mission Institution's population is notably diverse in terms of age, background, and criminal history. Inmates range from individuals convicted of non-violent offenses to those with histories of serious and violent crime. This mix presents unique challenges for correctional management, requiring tailored approaches to classification, supervision, and intervention. In addition to security measures, the institution must implement programs aimed at rehabilitation, skill building, and behavioral modification to address the varying risks posed by different segments of the inmate population. The facility's federal status also means it is a focal point for national attention whenever incidents occur. Reports of assaults, disturbances, or security breaches often highlight Mission Institution in media coverage, framing it as both a site of potential danger and a microcosm of the broader challenges faced by Canada's correctional system. Such visibility places additional pressure on administrators and correctional officers to maintain safety, adhere to protocols, and continually evaluate operational effectiveness to prevent future incidents. Beyond security and oversight, Mission Institution is equipped with resources to manage inmate welfare and daily life. These include medical services, mental health support, and recreational programs that are integrated into the facility's structure. Providing these services within a medium and maximum security context requires careful planning and staffing, ensuring that inmates' physical and psychological needs are met without compromising institutional security. This balance reflects the broader objectives of Canada's federal correctional system, which aims not only to punish but also to rehabilitate and reintegrate offenders. The federal designation of Mission Institution also positions it as a hub for specialized programs targeting high-risk inmates. These initiatives often address violent behavior, gang affiliations, substance abuse, and other criminogenic factors that may affect inmates' likelihood of reoffending. Staff at Mission must continuously assess and implement such programs, tailoring interventions to individual inmates while considering the collective security and stability of the institution. The interplay of these programs with the facility's operational demands highlights the complexity inherent in managing a federal correctional environment. Mission Institution operates under the full jurisdiction of the Correctional Service of Canada, CSC, the federal agency tasked with the administration of sentences for offenders serving 2 years or longer. The CSC's mandate is to ensure that federal correctional facilities like Mission Institution balance public safety with offender rehabilitation. This federal oversight means that all policies, security procedures, and inmate programs at Mission are guided by nationally standardized protocols designed to maintain uniformity and accountability across Canada's correctional system. The CSC establishes regulations that cover every aspect of prison life, from security classification to mental health care, ensuring that Mission Institution aligns with the broader objectives of federal corrections. As a federal facility, Mission Institution must adhere to CSC's multi-tiered framework of security management. The CSC employs a rigorous classification system to assess the risk each inmate poses, taking into account their criminal history, behavioral patterns, and potential for violence. This risk assessment determines the level of security and supervision each inmate receives. Within Mission Institution, this framework manifests in controlled movement, restricted access to certain areas, and tailored supervision in maximum security units. The CSC's guidance allows staff to make evidence-based decisions while balancing security needs with opportunities for rehabilitation. The Correctional Service of Canada also mandates specialized staff training at Mission Institution. Correctional officers, administrative personnel, and program coordinators undergo ongoing professional development to handle the complex demands of medium and maximum security inmates. Training includes emergency response procedures, conflict resolution, gang awareness, mental health crisis management, and communication skills. By operating under CSC oversight, Mission Institution ensures that staff are equipped with standardized knowledge and techniques to maintain institutional safety and address the diverse needs of inmates. CSC policies at Mission Institution also emphasize the importance of rehabilitation alongside security. Inmates have access to educational programs, vocational training, substance abuse treatment, and psychological counseling, all designed under CSC guidelines. These programs aim to reduce recidivism by equipping inmates with skills, knowledge, and coping mechanisms for life after release. The CSC's oversight ensures that these initiatives are monitored, evaluated, and adapted to the unique conditions of Mission Institution, balancing security concerns with meaningful opportunities for offender development. In addition to internal programming, the CSC establishes clear operational protocols regarding daily routines, inmate movement, and visitation procedures. At Mission Institution, these protocols govern when and where inmates can access common areas, interact with staff, or participate in recreational activities. These routines are critical in maintaining order and minimizing conflict within a facility housing high-risk individuals. CSC oversight ensures that even seemingly minor aspects of prison life are standardized and enforceable, reducing ambiguity in operational procedures. Mission Institution's operation under CSC extends to security technology and infrastructure as well. Surveillance systems, perimeter fencing, controlled entry points, and emergency response mechanisms are all implemented according to CSC standards. The federal agency allocates resources for maintenance, upgrades, and security audits to ensure that Mission Institution remains compliant with national safety regulations. This oversight ensures that staff and inmates operate within a secure and regulated environment, and that the facility can respond effectively to incidents of violence or disorder. Another critical aspect of CSC oversight at Mission Institution is accountability. The agency conducts regular inspections, incident reviews, and performance evaluations to monitor the institution's adherence to federal guidelines. Any incidents of misconduct, security breaches, or program deficiencies are investigated and addressed according to CSC policy. This system of checks and balances reinforces the institution's operational integrity, ensuring that both staff and inmates are held to clear expectations while maintaining transparency in management practices. Mission Institution is unique in that it accommodates both medium and maximum security inmates, creating a complex environment that requires careful management and planning. The dual security classification allows the facility to serve a broad spectrum of offenders, ranging from those who require structured supervision but have lower immediate risk, to inmates who present significant security concerns due to violent behavior or prior serious offenses. Managing these two populations under one roof necessitates a highly organized approach, combining strict security protocols with programs designed to meet varying rehabilitation needs. Medium security inmates at Mission Institution generally have more freedom of movement within designated areas of the prison. They may participate in educational, vocational, and recreational programs, often interacting with staff and fellow inmates under monitored conditions. While these inmates are considered lower risk than maximum security offenders, they still require careful supervision to prevent incidents of violence, contraband smuggling, or disruptive behavior. This tier of security emphasizes structured routines and gradual development, helping inmates prepare for eventual reintegration into society. Maximum security inmates, by contrast, are subject to stricter controls due to their history of serious offenses, violent behavior, or potential threat to other inmates and staff. Movement within the institution is highly restricted, and interactions are closely monitored. Cells are designed to ensure safety and containment, and security measures such as reinforced doors, surveillance systems, and controlled access points are implemented throughout the maximum security units. Staff working with these inmates must maintain heightened vigilance at all times, balancing security with humane treatment. The coexistence of medium and maximum security units within the same facility presents logistical challenges. Mission Institution must carefully segregate these populations while providing equitable access to programs and services. Shared spaces, such as medical facilities or recreational areas, require careful scheduling and supervision to prevent conflicts. This segregation ensures that high-risk inmates do not influence or endanger medium security offenders while still allowing efficient use of institutional resources. Security classifications also influence the types of programs available to inmates. Medium security inmates often have greater access to educational and vocational opportunities, which are designed to foster skill building and reduce the likelihood of reoffending. Maximum security inmates may have limited participation in these programs due to safety considerations, requiring staff to implement individualized interventions that address behavioral issues, mental health concerns, and rehabilitation goals while maintaining strict supervision. Inmates are regularly assessed and reclassified based on their behavior, risk factors, and progress within the institution. A medium security inmate who engages in violent or disruptive behavior may be moved to a higher security unit, while maximum security inmates who demonstrate consistent compliance and engagement in rehabilitation programs may earn privileges or step-down opportunities. This dynamic approach ensures that security levels remain responsive to the inmate population, reducing risks while encouraging positive behavior. The presence of both medium and maximum security inmates also shapes staff responsibilities and training. Officers must be skilled in managing diverse populations, understanding the distinct risks associated with each security level. Crisis management, conflict resolution, and tactical response training are essential components of staff preparation, ensuring that personnel can safely handle incidents ranging from minor disputes to major security threats. Mission Institution is designated as a federal facility, which means it specifically houses inmates who are serving sentences of 2 years or longer. In Canada, the distinction between provincial and federal institutions is largely based on sentence length. Provincial facilities manage shorter-term offenders, whereas federal institutions like Mission are reserved for those serving longer terms. This classification ensures that inmates requiring extended supervision, rehabilitation, and monitoring are placed in an environment equipped to handle the complexities of long-term incarceration. The 2-year threshold is significant because it often corresponds with more serious criminal convictions. Offenders serving longer sentences typically have histories that include violent crimes, serious assaults, or repeated criminal behavior. As a result, mission institutions' programs and security measures are designed to address the higher risks associated with these offenders. By concentrating long-term inmates in federal facilities, the Correctional Service of Canada can provide more specialized management and interventions, tailored to each individual's sentence length and risk profile. Longer sentences also necessitate structured routines that support both security and rehabilitation over time. Inmates serving 2 years or more spend extended periods within the institution, which makes it crucial to provide access to educational programs, vocational training, mental health support, and recreational opportunities. These programs are designed to reduce recidivism by giving inmates skills, education, and coping mechanisms that prepare them for eventual reintegration into society. Mission Institution, operating under federal oversight, ensures that such programs are consistently delivered and monitored. Housing long-term offenders also presents unique challenges in terms of inmate management. Extended confinement can exacerbate stress, aggression, and interpersonal conflict. Correctional staff must therefore be vigilant in observing behavioral changes, intervening in disputes, and maintaining a stable environment. By focusing on inmates serving longer sentences, Mission Institution can allocate resources and design procedures that anticipate and mitigate the pressures associated with extended incarceration. The institution's infrastructure is also tailored to support long-term confinement. Cells, common areas, and recreational facilities are designed to accommodate inmates who spend years within the facility. Maximum and medium security units are constructed with durability, surveillance, and safety in mind, allowing the institution to manage both daily routines and extraordinary incidents efficiently. Staff can monitor behavioral patterns over time, ensuring that the facility adapts to the evolving needs of its long-term population. Federal designation also provides access to specialized services that are essential for inmates serving extended sentences. This includes comprehensive health care, mental health treatment, and substance abuse programs, which are crucial in addressing the long-term effects of incarceration. The Correctional Service of Canada ensures that Mission Institution is equipped to provide these services consistently, maintaining inmate welfare while preserving safety and order within the prison. Inmates serving sentences of 2 years or more may also be involved in rehabilitation programs that have long-term goals, such as anger management, life skills training, and restorative justice initiatives. Because these programs require sustained engagement, Mission Institution's status as a federal facility allows it to implement structured schedules and follow-up procedures that are difficult to maintain in short-term provincial facilities. This long-term approach is key to preparing inmates for eventual release and reducing the likelihood of recidivism. Security is a central priority at Mission Institution, and one of the key methods for maintaining order is through controlled movement. Inmates are not free to move throughout the facility at will. Instead, their movement is carefully scheduled and supervised. This approach minimizes opportunities for conflict, limits access to contraband, and reduces the risk of assaults or disturbances. By controlling when and where inmates can move, staff can maintain a structured environment where daily routines are predictable, monitored, and enforceable. Controlled movement applies to all aspects of daily life, including meal times, recreation, educational programs, and visitation. Inmates may be escorted by correctional officers when moving between units or facilities, and head counts are conducted regularly to ensure that all individuals are accounted for. The system is designed to prevent unsupervised interactions that could escalate into violent incidents or coordinated disruptive activity. Controlled movement also allows staff to intervene quickly if tensions arise, maintaining safety for both inmates and personnel. Monitored units are another critical component of Mission Institution's security framework. Each housing unit is under continuous observation, using a combination of direct supervision and technological tools such as cameras, intercoms, and alarm systems. Officers stationed in monitoring posts can detect unusual behavior or potential threats, allowing them to respond proactively rather than reactively. Monitored units also help in maintaining a sense of order, as inmates are aware that their actions are observed and documented. The combination of controlled movement and monitored units is particularly important in managing the dual security levels within mission institution. Medium security inmates may have more freedom within designated areas, while maximum security inmates require tighter restrictions. Monitored units allow staff to adjust levels of supervision based on behavior, security classification, and specific incidents. This flexibility ensures that security protocols are both effective and adaptable to changing circumstances. Controlled movement also contributes to the success of rehabilitation programs. By structuring inmate movement, the institution can coordinate participation in educational, vocational, and recreational activities without compromising safety. For example, inmates may be escorted to classrooms, workshops, or counseling sessions at scheduled times, ensuring that programs are accessible while maintaining secure conditions. This balance allows mission institution to meet its dual goals of rehabilitation and containment effectively. Technological tools play a vital role in monitoring units. Surveillance cameras provide 24-hour oversight of hallways, common areas, and perimeter spaces. Alarm systems alert staff to unauthorized access or potential security breaches, while intercoms allow officers to communicate quickly across different sections of the facility. These technologies complement physical supervision, allowing staff to manage larger populations safely and respond swiftly to incidents. Correctional officers are trained to implement controlled movement and monitoring procedures consistently. They conduct regular rounds, perform security checks, and maintain situational awareness at all times. Training emphasizes anticipating risks, recognizing early signs of aggression, and coordinating with colleagues to maintain order. The integration of training, technology, and procedural protocols ensures that mission institution operates efficiently while prioritizing safety for both staff and inmates. Mission institution has a long-standing reputation for housing high-risk offenders, which inevitably comes with challenges related to violence and serious assaults. Over the years, the prison has reported multiple incidents involving inmate-on-inmate violence, assaults against staff, and occasionally coordinated gang-related conflicts. These events highlight the dangers inherent in managing medium and maximum security populations within a single facility, underscoring the importance of rigorous security measures, controlled movement, and constant supervision. Assaults within the institution often stem from a combination of factors. Gang affiliations play a significant role, as rival groups may use the prison environment to assert dominance or settle disputes. Additionally, tensions can escalate due to overcrowding, personal disagreements, or conflicts over access to contraband or resources. Staff must remain vigilant at all times, as even a minor altercation can quickly evolve into a serious incident, threatening the safety of both inmates and correctional officers. Serious assaults at mission institution have ranged from physical attacks using improvised weapons to coordinated group altercations. The prison's security measures, including monitored units, controlled movement, and rapid response teams, are designed to prevent such incidents and intervene when they occur. Despite these measures, the unpredictable nature of inmate behavior means that staff must be prepared for rapid escalation, requiring constant attention and tactical readiness. Incidents of assault also have broader implications for institutional operations. When an assault occurs, affected units may be locked down, programs may be temporarily suspended, and additional security measures are often implemented. Investigations are conducted to determine causes, assign responsibility, and prevent recurrence. These responses ensure that safety is restored and that lessons are learned to enhance future security protocols. The correctional staff at Mission Institution receive specialized training to manage and de-escalate violent situations. Officers are trained in crisis intervention, self-defense, and emergency response, equipping them to respond effectively during assaults. The training emphasizes minimizing harm, maintaining order, and protecting vulnerable inmates while ensuring the safety of staff. This preparation is essential given the high-risk nature of the prison population. Serious assaults also affect the psychological well-being of both inmates and staff. Victims may experience trauma, anxiety, or long-term fear, while other inmates may feel threatened, influencing the overall atmosphere within the institution. Correctional officers must manage these dynamics, providing support where possible and maintaining morale and discipline across the facility. Addressing the human impact of violence is as important as addressing the physical security challenges. The federal oversight provided by the Correctional Service of Canada ensures that all serious assault incidents are investigated thoroughly. Reports are reviewed, policies are updated, and corrective measures are implemented. This systematic approach helps to improve operational procedures, refine risk assessment strategies, and strengthen both staff preparedness and inmate management, reducing the likelihood of repeat incidents. Over the years, incidents of violence at Mission Institution have frequently captured the attention of national media outlets in Canada. Serious assaults, inmate disturbances, and security breaches have been reported in newspapers, television broadcasts, and online news platforms, bringing public scrutiny to the facility. These reports highlight not only the inherent risks of managing high-security offenders, but also the challenges faced by correctional staff tasked with maintaining safety and order. Media coverage often shapes public perception of the prison system, emphasizing the severity of incidents while occasionally raising questions about institutional management and policy. One of the reasons Mission Institution attracts media attention is its classification as a medium to maximum security federal facility. High-risk inmates, including those with histories of violent offenses, make the institution particularly newsworthy when incidents occur. Reports of assaults or gang-related altercations provide compelling narratives for journalists, highlighting the dangers within Canadian prisons and prompting discussions on the effectiveness of correctional strategies. Such coverage reinforces the perception of the facility as a high-stakes environment where security and rehabilitation must coexist. National coverage often focuses not just on individual incidents, but also on systemic issues. Violence at Mission Institution has been cited as evidence of broader challenges in Canada's federal correctional system, including overcrowding, gang influence, staffing shortages, and the need for enhanced rehabilitation programs. Media reports frequently reference official statements from the Correctional Service of Canada, highlighting both the measures taken to address violence and the continuing risks that persist within the institution. The visibility of these incidents places pressure on the prison administration to demonstrate accountability and transparency. When assaults or disturbances are reported publicly, the Correctional Service of Canada often releases information on the causes, the measures implemented in response, and ongoing efforts to prevent recurrence. This public scrutiny ensures that the institution operates under a high level of oversight and that policies are continually evaluated and adjusted in response to real-world challenges. Media attention also influences public discourse on correctional policies. Stories from Mission Institution often spark debates about the balance between punishment and rehabilitation, staff safety, and inmate rights. Opinion pieces, editorials, and investigative journalism frequently explore how the institution manages violent offenders, and whether the federal correctional system provides adequate resources to maintain safety and promote successful reintegration. Such coverage can shape policy decisions at both provincial and federal levels. Assaults and violent incidents reported by the media also affect the morale of correctional staff. Officers working in the institution must navigate the added pressure of public awareness, knowing that their actions, and the actions of inmates, may be subject to national scrutiny. Staff training and support programs are designed to help officers manage this pressure while maintaining professional standards and ensuring operational effectiveness within the prison environment. The media's role in reporting incidents at Mission Institution also serves as a catalyst for reform. Publicized events often prompt reviews of security protocols, adjustments to staffing, and enhancements to inmate management strategies. By highlighting areas of concern, media coverage contributes indirectly to improvements in safety, training, and policy implementation, ensuring that the facility evolves in response to real incidents rather than hypothetical risks. While national media attention can cast a critical eye on Mission Institution, it also underscores the importance of transparency in Canada's correctional system. Coverage of violence at the prison provides a window into the challenges of managing high-risk inmates, fostering public awareness, and informing policy discussions. It highlights the constant balancing act between maintaining security, supporting rehabilitation, and ensuring accountability, a central reality for Mission Institution and other federal correctional facilities across the country. Staff safety at Mission Institution is one of the most critical aspects of daily operations. Correctional officers and support personnel work in an environment where the potential for violence is constant, given the presence of both medium and maximum security inmates, some of whom have histories of serious assaults. Officers are responsible for supervising high-risk individuals, responding to incidents, and maintaining order, all of which place them in situations where their personal safety can be at significant risk. The institution prioritizes staff safety through extensive training, policies, and operational protocols designed to minimize hazards. One major factor affecting staff safety is the prevalence of inmate violence, both planned and spontaneous. Assaults on correctional officers can occur during routine supervision, movement between units, or in response to disciplinary actions. The unpredictable behavior of high-risk inmates requires officers to maintain constant vigilance, anticipate potential threats, and react quickly to prevent harm. Staff safety measures, including protective equipment and emergency response procedures, are designed to reduce the likelihood and severity of injuries in such situations. Mission Institution employs several security measures to safeguard staff. Controlled movement of inmates, monitored units, and surveillance systems allow officers to maintain oversight and respond to incidents quickly. Additionally, the institution's physical design, such as secure officer stations, reinforced barriers, and restricted access points, helps protect staff from direct attacks while maintaining the ability to intervene effectively when necessary. These measures are integrated into daily routines to ensure consistent protection. Training is another essential component of staff safety. Officers at Mission Institution undergo comprehensive preparation, including self-defense, crisis intervention, conflict resolution, and tactical response training. This training equips them to de-escalate volatile situations, manage inmate aggression, and coordinate with colleagues during emergencies. Staff must continually update their skills to respond effectively to evolving challenges within the prison environment, including gang-related threats, contraband disputes, and high-risk inmate behavior. Mental and emotional well-being is also a critical part of staff safety. Working in a high-risk environment can lead to stress, burnout, and psychological strain. Mission Institution provides support programs, counseling, and peer networks to help staff manage the emotional impact of their work. Ensuring mental resilience is essential for maintaining alertness, making sound decisions under pressure, and preventing lapses in judgment that could compromise personal and institutional safety. Incident response protocols are carefully structured to protect staff during emergencies. Officers are trained to implement lockdowns, call for backup, and use tactical teams when necessary. Communication systems within the institution allow rapid coordination during assaults or disturbances, ensuring that staff can respond collectively and efficiently. These procedures reduce the individual risk to officers while allowing them to regain control of volatile situations quickly. Staff safety is also linked to broader institutional policies. Regular risk assessments, staffing allocations, and operational planning ensure that officers are not placed in high-risk situations without adequate support. Supervisors monitor the distribution of personnel, assess emerging threats, and adjust schedules or assignments to maintain a safe working environment. This proactive management helps prevent incidents before they escalate into serious threats to staff. The emphasis on staff safety at Mission Institution reflects the Correctional Service of Canada's broader commitment to protecting those who operate within its facilities. By combining rigorous training, structured procedures, technological support, and emotional well-being initiatives, the institution strives to create a work environment where officers can carry out their duties effectively while minimizing risk. Staff safety is not just a priority. It is a cornerstone of the facility's ability to maintain order, manage high-risk inmates, and fulfill its dual mission of security and rehabilitation. Gang activity is one of the most significant factors contributing to tension and violence within Mission Institution. The prison houses individuals affiliated with various criminal organizations, many of whom maintain strong connections to gangs outside the facility. These affiliations often manifest in disputes over territory, influence, and resources within the prison. Staff must constantly monitor these dynamics to prevent conflicts from escalating into serious assaults or coordinated incidents. Gangs influence daily life in the institution by establishing informal hierarchies among inmates. These hierarchies can dictate access to contraband, recreational space, and even protection from violence. Rivalries between groups create a volatile environment where minor disagreements can quickly escalate into large-scale confrontations. The presence of gangs adds an additional layer of complexity to inmate management, as staff must account for hidden alliances and power struggles while maintaining security and fairness. Gang-related violence is often premeditated. Conflicts may arise from revenge for past incidents, disputes over contraband distribution, or challenges to authority within the gang structure. These calculated actions increase the risk to both staff and other inmates, as altercations can involve multiple participants and the use of improvised weapons. Mission Institution relies on intelligence gathering, surveillance, and targeted interventions to identify potential threats and prevent them from manifesting into physical violence. The psychological impact of gang presence is significant for both inmates and staff. Inmates who are unaffiliated or lower in the hierarchy may experience intimidation or coercion, while staff must constantly assess risk and anticipate the consequences of enforcement actions. The tension created by gang dynamics affects daily routines, program participation, and the overall atmosphere of the prison, requiring constant vigilance and careful operational planning. Correctional officers receive specialized training to manage gang-related risks. This includes understanding gang symbols, behaviors, and communication methods to identify potential conflicts before they escalate. Officers are also trained in conflict de-escalation, tactical response, and intelligence reporting, enabling them to act proactively rather than reactively. Effective management of gang activity relies on combining observation, data collection, and immediate intervention strategies. Mission Institution also implements segregation and classification strategies to reduce gang-related violence. High-risk gang members may be isolated in specific units or subjected to stricter movement restrictions to minimize contact with rivals. These measures prevent planned attacks, maintain order in shared areas, and ensure the safety of staff and other inmates. Segregation policies must balance security with humane treatment, ensuring that isolation is justified and monitored carefully. Programs designed to address gang involvement are another critical component of reducing institutional tension. Rehabilitation initiatives may include counseling, mentorship, and education aimed at disengaging inmates from gang affiliations. These programs attempt to alter behavior, reduce reliance on criminal networks, and promote cooperation with staff and peers. Though challenging, such interventions play a role in mitigating the influence of gangs over time, creating safer conditions within the facility. Gang activity at Mission Institution exemplifies the broader challenges of managing high-security prisons. The institution must balance strict security measures, staff protection, and the rehabilitation of inmates, all while navigating the complex social dynamics created by gang affiliations. Understanding and mitigating the influence of gangs is essential to maintaining institutional stability, preventing violence, and ensuring that the prison operates within the standards set by the Correctional Service of Canada. Contraband smuggling is a persistent challenge at Mission Institution, significantly contributing to instability and tension within the facility. Items such as drugs, weapons, cell phones, and unauthorized tools can enter the prison through various channels, including visitors, staff lapses, and inmate networks. Once inside, these items create power imbalances, facilitate criminal activity, and increase the likelihood of violence between inmates. Managing contraband is therefore a top priority for both security and rehabilitation efforts. Drugs represent one of the most dangerous forms of contraband. Their presence can exacerbate behavioral issues, fuel addiction, and trigger conflicts over access and control. Inmates under the influence of illicit substances are more likely to engage in aggressive or unpredictable behavior, endangering themselves, other prisoners, and correctional staff. Mission Institution employs drug detection programs, surveillance, and routine searches to minimize the circulation of narcotics and maintain a safer environment. Weapons and improvised tools pose an immediate threat to institutional safety. Even small or seemingly harmless items can be modified into dangerous weapons, giving certain inmates an unfair advantage and increasing the risk of assaults. Staff are trained to identify potential threats, conduct thorough searches, and maintain vigilance in high-risk areas. These measures are crucial for preventing planned attacks and ensuring that maximum and medium security units remain secure. Cell phones and communication devices also contribute to instability by allowing inmates to coordinate criminal activities both inside and outside the facility. Unauthorized communication can facilitate gang operations, contraband distribution, and organized violence. Monitoring technologies, visitor screening, and intelligence gathering strategies are employed to detect and prevent the introduction of these devices, reducing the risk of coordinated disturbances. Contraband can also fuel disputes and rivalries among inmates. Control over illegal items often becomes a point of contention, leading to intimidation, coercion, or violent confrontations. Gang-affiliated inmates frequently exploit contraband to assert dominance, creating fear and instability among the broader inmate population. Mission Institution mitigates these risks through segregation, surveillance, and proactive conflict management. Routine inspections and random searches are essential in combating contraband. Cells, common areas, packages, and visitor items are regularly checked to identify and confiscate unauthorized materials. These measures serve as both a preventive and reactive approach, deterring smuggling attempts while addressing discovered violations. The institution also relies on intelligence from staff, inmates, and surveillance systems to target specific threats effectively. Staff training is integral to controlling contraband-related risks. Correctional officers learn how to detect hidden items, recognize suspicious behavior, and respond to attempts at smuggling. Training emphasizes consistency, vigilance, and adherence to protocol, ensuring that all personnel contribute to the overall security strategy. Effective staff intervention reduces the likelihood of contraband-related incidents and reinforces the authority of the institution. Contraband smuggling at Mission Institution highlights the broader challenges of operating a high-security federal facility. Its presence not only endangers physical safety, but also undermines institutional authority and disrupts rehabilitation programs. By addressing contraband through a combination of surveillance, intelligence, staff training, and operational protocols, the institution strives to maintain order, protect staff and inmates, and provide a controlled environment conducive to correctional objectives. Mental health challenges are a significant factor influencing behavior within Mission Institution. Many inmates enter the facility with pre-existing conditions such as depression, anxiety, post-traumatic stress disorder, or personality disorders. These conditions can impact how individuals interact with others, respond to stress, and adhere to institutional rules. Understanding and addressing mental health is critical to maintaining safety, managing conflict, and supporting rehabilitation efforts within a medium and maximum security environment. The pressures of incarceration can exacerbate existing mental health conditions. Isolation, loss of personal freedom, and separation from family or social support can intensify feelings of anxiety, frustration, and hopelessness. These heightened emotions can lead to impulsive or aggressive behavior, increasing the likelihood of altercations with staff or fellow inmates. Mission Institution implements monitoring and support strategies to identify early signs of distress and intervene before situations escalate. Inmates with untreated or poorly managed mental health conditions may struggle to comply with institutional routines. They may resist authority, withdraw socially, or display erratic behavior that disrupts daily operations. Staff must balance security needs with sensitivity to these challenges, ensuring that interventions do not inadvertently worsen the individual's condition while maintaining overall order. This balance requires specialized training, clear protocols, and collaboration with healthcare professionals. Mission Institution provides mental health services tailored to the needs of the inmate population. Psychologists, psychiatrists, and counselors work to assess, treat, and support individuals struggling with mental health issues. Programs may include individual counseling, group therapy, crisis intervention, and behavioral management strategies. Access to these services is crucial for reducing incidents of violence, supporting rehabilitation, and promoting overall institutional stability. Behavioral issues stemming from mental health challenges often intersect with other risk factors, such as gang affiliations or substance abuse. An inmate experiencing a mental health crisis may become more vulnerable to exploitation, coercion, or pressure from other inmates, potentially escalating conflicts or leading to unsafe situations. Staff must remain vigilant and responsive, combining observation with intervention strategies to maintain safety for both the individual and the broader population. Mental health challenges also impact the effectiveness of rehabilitation programs. Inmates struggling with emotional regulation, trauma, or severe psychiatric conditions may require modified approaches to educational, vocational, or therapeutic activities. Mission Institution integrates mental health assessments into program planning, ensuring that interventions are realistic, supportive, and tailored to individual needs while maintaining security requirements. Training for correctional officers includes recognizing signs of mental distress, understanding the behavioral manifestations of various disorders, and knowing how to respond appropriately. Officers learn techniques to de-escalate potential crises, communicate effectively, and involve healthcare professionals when necessary. This training not only protects staff and inmates, but also fosters an environment where mental health challenges are addressed proactively rather than reactively. Mental health challenges at Mission Institution under the broader complexities of operating a medium to maximum security federal facility. Effective management requires a combination of security, medical care, and psychological support to reduce risks, promote rehabilitation, and ensure the safety of both staff and inmates. By addressing mental health comprehensively, the institution can mitigate behavioral issues, prevent violent incidents, and create conditions that support long-term positive outcomes for the offender population. Overcrowding is a significant challenge at Mission Institution, as it is in many high-security federal prisons. When the number of inmates exceeds the facility's optimal capacity, tension and stress levels rise, increasing the likelihood of conflict. Overcrowded conditions can exacerbate existing disputes, strain resources, and make it more difficult for staff to maintain order. Managing a population that exceeds capacity requires careful planning, strict security measures, and targeted interventions to prevent disputes from escalating. Increased population density within housing units intensifies interpersonal conflicts. Inmates sharing cells or common areas may experience a lack of personal space, leading to frustration and irritability. These stressors can amplify minor disagreements into larger confrontations. Mission Institution uses controlled movement, monitored units, and structured schedules to mitigate the effects of overcrowding, though challenges remain, particularly during peak population periods or unexpected transfers from other facilities. Overcrowding also places additional pressure on correctional staff. Officers are required to supervise more inmates with the same level of resources and personnel. Higher inmate-to-staff ratios make it more difficult to monitor behavior, respond promptly to incidents, and enforce rules consistently. The increased workload can lead to fatigue, reduced situational awareness, and heightened stress, all of which can indirectly affect safety and operational effectiveness. Program participation can be affected by overcrowding as well. Educational, vocational, and recreational programs have limited capacity, and when too many inmates are competing for access, tensions can rise. Inmates may become frustrated if opportunities are unavailable or restricted, leading to disputes or disruptions. Mission Institution attempts to balance program scheduling with security needs, ensuring that all inmates have fair access while maintaining order. The presence of more inmates than the facility is designed to hold also impacts access to medical and mental health services. Delays in treatment or counseling due to high demand can exacerbate behavioral issues, contributing to conflicts among inmates. Timely access to healthcare and psychological support is critical in preventing minor disputes from escalating into serious incidents, and Mission Institution coordinates with federal health staff to manage these challenges. Overcrowding can increase the risk of gang-related tensions as well. In a confined environment, gang members may have more frequent interactions with rival groups, raising the potential for violence. Additionally, overcrowding can create competition for leadership roles, influence, and contraband, further fueling conflict. Staff must be vigilant in identifying high-risk areas and intervening before disputes escalate into violence. Infrastructure and facilities are also strained under overcrowded conditions. Limited recreational space, communal areas, and equipment can lead to disputes over usage, while overburdened systems for food, sanitation, and movement may exacerbate stress among inmates. Mission Institution employs structured schedules, strict access controls, and conflict resolution strategies to maintain order despite these pressures. Overcrowding highlights the broader challenges of operating a federal correctional facility like Mission Institution. While security measures, staff training, and monitoring systems can mitigate some risks, an excessively high inmate population amplifies the potential for conflict, violence, and operational strain. Addressing overcrowding requires coordination at the federal level, careful population management, and continual adaptation of institutional policies to preserve safety, order, and rehabilitation opportunities. Correctional officers at Mission Institution operate in one of the most high-pressure environments within the Canadian federal prison system. The facility houses medium and maximum security inmates, some with histories of serious assaults and gang affiliations. Officers are tasked with maintaining safety and order, supervising inmate movement, and responding to conflicts, all while under constant scrutiny. The intensity and unpredictability of daily operations make their work uniquely demanding and mentally taxing. Daily routines require officers to remain constantly alert. They monitor cells, corridors, common areas, and recreational spaces, observing inmate behavior for signs of tension or aggression. Even small lapses in attention can lead to serious incidents, so officers must exercise vigilance, anticipate risks, and respond rapidly to potential threats. The pressure to maintain constant awareness adds both mental and emotional strain, demanding high levels of focus and discipline at all times. Emergencies and violent incidents further amplify the stress of correctional work. Officers may face physical altercations, assaults with improvised weapons, or coordinated disturbances involving multiple inmates. These situations require quick decision-making, tactical knowledge, and adherence to safety protocols. The stakes are high, as the outcome of such incidents can affect both the safety of staff and the overall stability of the institution. Staffing levels and workload contribute to the high-pressure environment. Correctional officers often oversee large numbers of inmates, making it challenging to monitor every individual effectively. High inmate-to-staff ratios can create stress, fatigue, and increased risk of mistakes. Mission Institution must carefully balance staffing assignments and shift rotations to ensure that officers have the support and coverage necessary to perform their duties safely and effectively. The dual responsibility of enforcing security while supporting rehabilitation adds another layer of complexity. Officers must uphold institutional rules and respond to incidents, but they also interact with inmates in educational, vocational, and therapeutic programs. This dual role requires flexibility, patience, and strong interpersonal skills, as officers navigate both enforcement and engagement responsibilities simultaneously. Training is critical in preparing officers for these high-pressure conditions. Mission Institution emphasizes tactical response, conflict resolution, crisis management, and mental health awareness. Officers are trained to handle potentially dangerous situations calmly, efficiently, and professionally. Ongoing professional development ensures that staff remain prepared for evolving challenges, from gang-related tensions to sudden violent outbursts. The psychological demands of working in a high-pressure environment are significant. Officers may experience stress, burnout, or secondary trauma from witnessing or intervening in violent incidents. Mission Institution provides support systems, including counseling, peer support networks, and stress management programs, to help officers maintain resilience and perform effectively despite the pressures of the job. The high-pressure conditions faced by correctional officers reflect the broader realities of managing a federal facility like Mission Institution. Staff must balance vigilance, enforcement, and engagement while adapting to unpredictable inmate behavior. Their ability to operate under these conditions is crucial to maintaining institutional safety, reducing violence, and ensuring that the facility can fulfill its dual mission of secure containment and rehabilitation. Rehabilitation is a central focus at Mission Institution, reflecting the Correctional Service of Canada's dual mandate of public safety and offender reintegration. The facility implements a variety of programs designed to address the underlying causes of criminal behavior and equip inmates with the tools needed for a law-abiding life after release. These programs are particularly important for medium and maximum security inmates, who face complex behavioral and social challenges. Educational programs form a cornerstone of rehabilitation efforts. Inmates are provided with opportunities to complete high school equivalency courses, literacy programs, and vocational training. These initiatives aim to enhance employability and provide practical skills, such as carpentry, culinary arts, or computer literacy, that can support successful reintegration into society. Education not only reduces recidivism but also encourages personal development, self-confidence, and a sense of purpose among inmates. Vocational training and work programs are also central to rehabilitation. Inmates can participate in workshops, maintenance projects, or institutional employment that teaches discipline, responsibility, and work-related skills. These programs simulate real-world job experiences while fostering cooperation and teamwork. By providing inmates with meaningful work, Mission Institution helps prepare them for productive employment after release, reducing the likelihood of returning to criminal activity. Psychological and behavioral programs complement educational and vocational initiatives. Anger management, cognitive behavioral therapy, and substance abuse treatment programs address factors that often contribute to criminal behavior. By providing inmates with tools to manage emotions, make better decisions, and break harmful patterns, these programs help reduce violence within the facility and support long-term rehabilitation goals. Rehabilitation also includes social and life skills development. Inmates learn communication, conflict resolution, financial literacy, and parenting skills, which are essential for successful reintegration into families and communities. These programs emphasize personal responsibility and the development of prosocial behaviors, preparing inmates to navigate societal expectations and reduce the likelihood of recidivism. Participation in rehabilitation programs is often linked to incentives and privileges within the institution. Inmates who engage actively in programs may receive additional visitation opportunities, increased recreational time, or eligibility for gradual reintegration initiatives such as day parole or temporary absences. This incentive-based approach encourages positive behavior while reinforcing the importance of personal development. Program effectiveness is closely monitored and evaluated. Mission Institution collects data on inmate progress, engagement levels, and behavioral improvements to assess the impact of rehabilitation initiatives. This evaluation allows staff to adjust programs, target specific needs, and ensure that interventions are evidence-based. By continuously refining these programs, the institution enhances their effectiveness in reducing recidivism and promoting long-term success. Rehabilitation programs at Mission Institution exemplify the facility's commitment to balancing security with personal development. While maintaining strict controls over a high-risk population, the institution provides structured opportunities for inmates to improve their skills, behavior, and prospects after release. These programs reflect a broader correctional philosophy that emphasizes rehabilitation as a crucial component of public safety, helping inmates transition successfully from confinement to community life. Mission Institution provides a comprehensive suite of programs aimed at addressing the educational, vocational, and psychological needs of its inmate population. These programs are designed not only to maintain structure within the facility, but also to equip inmates with the skills and support necessary to reintegrate successfully into society. By combining academic learning, practical training, and mental health support, the institution addresses multiple factors that contribute to criminal behavior. Educational programs at Mission Institution offer inmates the opportunity to complete high school equivalency courses, literacy programs, and basic numeracy classes. For those with higher educational goals, specialized courses in subjects such as computer literacy, mathematics, and communications are available. Education provides inmates with tangible skills, fosters critical thinking, and enhances self-esteem, all of which are essential for reducing recidivism and promoting personal growth. Vocational training programs complement the educational initiatives by providing hands-on skills that are directly applicable in the job market. Inmates can participate in workshops for carpentry, metalwork, culinary arts, automotive repair, and other trades. These programs not only teach technical skills but also instill a sense of discipline, responsibility, and pride in one's work. By preparing inmates for meaningful employment, vocational training serves as a bridge between incarceration and successful reintegration. Counseling programs address the psychological and emotional needs of inmates. Individual and group therapy sessions are available to help inmates manage anger, cope with trauma, and develop healthy coping strategies. Substance abuse counseling is a critical component for those struggling with addiction, while cognitive behavioral therapy addresses patterns of thinking and behavior that may contribute to criminal activity. Counseling supports rehabilitation by promoting emotional regulation and informed decision-making. These programs are often integrated, allowing inmates to participate in multiple initiatives simultaneously. For example, an inmate may attend educational classes while also engaging in counseling sessions and vocational training. This holistic approach ensures that all aspects of an inmate's development are addressed, from intellectual growth to practical skills to mental and emotional well-being. Such integration is essential in preparing inmates for the complex challenges of life after release. Participation in these programs is closely monitored and encouraged through incentives. Inmates who engage consistently may earn privileges such as increased visitation time, recreational opportunities, or eligibility for gradual reintegration programs. This system of incentives promotes positive behavior and reinforces the value of personal development within the structured environment of the institution. Program effectiveness is evaluated regularly. Staff track progress, assess learning outcomes, and adjust programming to meet the evolving needs of the inmate population. Feedback from inmates and instructors is used to refine course content, improve delivery methods, and enhance engagement. This data-driven approach ensures that programs remain relevant, impactful, and aligned with the broader goals of rehabilitation. Education, vocational training, and counseling programs at Mission Institution exemplify the facility's dual mandate of security and rehabilitation. While maintaining a safe environment for both staff and inmates, the institution provides structured opportunities for personal development. These programs foster skills, self-discipline, and emotional resilience, equipping inmates with the tools necessary for successful reintegration and a reduced likelihood of returning to criminal behavior. Mission Institution, inmate programs are carefully structured and closely supervised to maximize effectiveness and maintain security. The institution recognizes that providing access to educational, vocational, and counseling programs is only valuable if participation occurs within a controlled and organized environment. Structured programming ensures that inmates follow a predictable routine, reducing idle time that could lead to conflict, and fostering a sense of responsibility and discipline. Scheduling is a key component of structured programs. Each inmate is assigned specific times for participation in classes, workshops, counseling sessions, and recreational activities. Staff coordinate movement between different program areas, ensuring that inmates arrive on time, participate fully, and follow behavioral expectations. This controlled approach allows the facility to manage both medium and maximum security populations effectively, minimizing opportunities for unsupervised interaction and potential violence. Supervision during programs is constant and multifaceted. Correctional officers monitor classrooms, workshops, and group sessions, observing inmate behavior, enforcing rules, and responding immediately to any incidents. Instructors and counselors also play a supervisory role, guiding learning, providing feedback, and supporting behavioral development. The combination of security oversight and program facilitation creates an environment where safety and personal growth coexist. Structured programs also incorporate clear goals and outcomes. Educational courses aim to improve literacy, numeracy, and employability skills. Vocational programs focus on practical competencies that prepare inmates for work after release. Counseling sessions target behavioral change, emotional regulation, and coping strategies. By defining objectives and monitoring progress, Mission Institution ensures that programs are meaningful, measurable, and aligned with rehabilitation goals. Participation is further reinforced through accountability mechanisms. Inmates are expected to attend regularly, follow instructions, and demonstrate engagement. Failure to comply may result in consequences, such as loss of privileges or program reassignment. These measures maintain discipline and encourage consistent involvement, emphasizing that program participation is both a privilege and a responsibility. Structured and supervised programming also supports inmate safety. By organizing activities within controlled settings, the institution minimizes unsupervised gatherings where disputes or gang-related conflicts could arise. Staff are able to detect tensions early, intervene proactively, and maintain order. This oversight helps reduce incidents of violence while fostering a cooperative and productive environment. Staff training is crucial to the success of structured programs. Officers, instructors, and counselors are trained to manage groups, address behavioral challenges, and coordinate effectively. They learn strategies for de-escalating tension, encouraging participation, and balancing security with rehabilitation objectives. This training ensures that programs are implemented consistently and safely, providing maximum benefit to inmates. The structured and supervised nature of inmate programs at Mission Institution reflects the broader philosophy of federal corrections in Canada. By combining routine, oversight, and accountability with educational, vocational, and psychological interventions, the institution supports rehabilitation while maintaining security. This approach ensures that inmates can engage meaningfully in programs, develop essential skills, and prepare for successful reintegration into society. Managing high-risk inmates at Mission Institution requires a highly skilled and well-prepared staff. Correctional officers and other personnel undergo specialized training designed to equip them with the knowledge, techniques, and strategies necessary to safely supervise medium and maximum security offenders. This training ensures that staff can handle unpredictable behavior, prevent violence, and maintain institutional order while supporting rehabilitation initiatives. Training begins with understanding the nature of high-risk inmate populations. Staff learn to recognize patterns of violent behavior, gang affiliations, substance abuse, and psychological conditions that can influence interactions. By understanding these risk factors, officers can anticipate potential conflicts, identify early warning signs, and implement appropriate interventions before incidents escalate. This foundational knowledge is critical for maintaining safety in a complex environment. Tactical training is another key component. Officers are trained in defensive techniques, use of force protocols, and emergency response procedures. This preparation allows staff to respond effectively to assaults, disturbances, or attempts to breach security. Tactical drills, scenario-based exercises, and simulations provide hands-on experience, ensuring that personnel are ready to act decisively and safely in real-life situations. Crisis management and de-escalation skills are emphasized throughout training. High-risk inmates may react aggressively or unpredictably in stressful situations, and officers must be able to calm tensions, negotiate compliance, and prevent harm without unnecessary use of force. Techniques such as verbal communication, active listening, and situational awareness are integrated into training programs to help staff manage volatile interactions effectively. Training also addresses the importance of mental health awareness. Staff learn to recognize signs of distress, trauma, or psychiatric conditions among inmates, and they are taught appropriate interventions. Understanding mental health challenges enables officers to respond with empathy and effectiveness, reducing the likelihood of violent outbursts and supporting rehabilitation goals. Collaboration with psychologists, counselors, and medical staff is reinforced throughout this component of training. Intelligence and risk assessment training is crucial in high-security settings. Staff learn to gather, interpret, and act upon information regarding inmate behavior, gang activity, or potential security threats. This proactive approach allows the institution to prevent incidents before they occur, manage high-risk individuals effectively, and maintain a safe environment for both staff and inmates. Ongoing professional development ensures that staff maintain their skills and stay updated on evolving challenges. Refresher courses, advanced tactical training, and workshops on emerging trends in corrections provide continuous learning opportunities. This ensures that officers are not only prepared for current risks, but are also able to adapt to new threats, technologies, and operational strategies. The specialized training of staff at Mission Institution reflects the institution's commitment to safety, professionalism, and effective correctional management. By equipping officers with tactical, psychological, and procedural expertise, the facility ensures that high-risk inmates are managed securely and humanely. This comprehensive training supports the dual goals of maintaining security and promoting rehabilitation, demonstrating the essential role of skilled staff in a high-stakes correctional environment. The specialized training of staff at Mission Institution reflects the institution's commitment to safety, professionalism, and effective correctional management. By equipping officers with tactical, psychological, and procedural expertise, the facility ensures that high-risk inmates are managed securely and humanely. This comprehensive training supports the dual goals of maintaining security and promoting rehabilitation, demonstrating the essential role of skilled staff in a high-stakes correctional environment. Mission Institution, regular assessments play a critical role in determining the security classification of each inmate. These assessments evaluate factors such as criminal history, behavior within the facility, mental health status, and risk of violence. The classification system ensures that inmates are housed in the appropriate unit, receive the necessary supervision, and participate in programs suited to their individual needs. Proper classification is essential for maintaining safety, security, and effective rehabilitation. The initial assessment begins upon an inmate's admission to the institution. Correctional staff conduct a thorough review of criminal records, prior incarcerations, and behavioral history. Risk factors are identified, including the likelihood of assault, escape, or involvement in gang activity. This information forms the basis for assigning the inmate to a medium or maximum security unit and determining the level of monitoring and restrictions required. Behavioral assessments continue throughout an inmate's sentence. Staff observe interactions with peers and authority figures, participation in programs, and compliance with institutional rules. Inmates who demonstrate consistent positive behavior may be considered for reclassification to a lower security level, granting them increased privileges and access to programs. Conversely, those exhibiting aggression or disruptive behavior may receive stricter supervision or be moved to higher security units. Mental health and psychological evaluations are integral to security classification. Inmates with psychiatric conditions or behavioral disorders may require specialized units or targeted interventions. These assessments help staff anticipate potential risks, design appropriate support measures, and ensure that the facility can respond to crises effectively. By integrating psychological insights, the institution balances security needs with humane treatment. Intelligence reports also inform classification decisions. Information on gang affiliations, contraband involvement, or external threats is analyzed to determine the appropriate level of supervision. Staff use this intelligence to adjust movement privileges, program access, and housing assignments, minimizing the likelihood of violence or security breaches. Continuous monitoring allows for dynamic classification adjustments in response to changing circumstances. Classification influences access to programs and privileges within the institution. Medium security inmates may have greater freedom of movement and more program opportunities, while maximum security inmates experience stricter restrictions and closer supervision. By linking classification to both security and rehabilitation, Mission Institution ensures that resources are allocated efficiently and that safety remains the top priority. Reclassification occurs at regular intervals, often triggered by behavioral evaluations, incident reports, or program participation. Staff collaborate with psychologists, case managers, and other specialists to review each inmate's status and determine whether changes are warranted. This ongoing process ensures that classification decisions remain current, accurate, and responsive to the inmate's development or risk profile. Finally, the regular assessment and classification system at Mission Institution exemplifies the facility's commitment to proactive security management. By evaluating inmates continuously and adjusting their classification as needed, the institution reduces the risk of violence, ensures proper supervision, and supports individualized rehabilitation. This systematic approach provides a framework for balancing safety, order, and personal development within a high-risk federal correctional environment. Mission Institution maintains close collaboration with law enforcement and intelligence agencies to enhance security, prevent violence, and manage high-risk inmates effectively. This cooperation ensures that information about criminal activity, gang affiliations, and potential threats is shared promptly, allowing staff to make informed decisions regarding inmate management. By coordinating with external agencies, the institution strengthens its capacity to maintain safety and respond proactively to risks. One key aspect of this collaboration is intelligence sharing. Correctional staff receive information on gang activity, contraband networks, and emerging threats from police, national security agencies, and other correctional institutions. This intelligence informs decisions about housing assignments, movement restrictions, and monitoring priorities, helping to prevent incidents before they occur. Real-time data allows staff to anticipate and mitigate potential conflicts within the facility. Joint operations with law enforcement agencies are conducted when necessary to address specific security concerns. These operations may involve investigations into smuggling networks, gang coordination, or criminal activity originating inside the facility. By coordinating with external authorities, Mission Institution can implement targeted interventions, remove contraband, and ensure that high-risk individuals are managed appropriately. Intelligence collaboration also supports investigative and preventive measures. Staff are trained to document and report suspicious behavior, which can be corroborated with external intelligence. These reports help identify patterns of activity, potential threats, or emerging risks, allowing for timely responses. Coordination with law enforcement ensures that institutional observations contribute to broader national security efforts and community safety initiatives. Collaboration extends to emergency preparedness and crisis response. Mission Institution coordinates with external agencies to develop contingency plans for large-scale incidents, including riots, escapes, or coordinated violence. Regular drills and communication protocols ensure that staff can act decisively, with support from law enforcement if necessary, to contain situations and protect both inmates and personnel. The partnership with intelligence agencies also informs long-term planning. Data collected through collaborative efforts helps refine risk assessment procedures, security policies, and rehabilitation strategies. By understanding trends in criminal behavior and gang dynamics, Mission Institution can adapt its programs and protocols to reduce violence and improve overall institutional effectiveness.